March 8th, I guess. 7:11 in the morning. No sunshine. Just gonna take a little photo out there. No sunshine, so to speak. Frozen outside till it's black ice. We didn't have the heat on all day yesterday in the front for either of these, and then had the one on for most of the night, and then the third came on but anyway, it stayed warm. And then right now, about half an hour ago, because I've been sitting here playing at my drum for half an hour, I saw that the temperature on my heater was going up. I haven't raised the heat. It hasn't turned on higher. I don't know. The outside temperature hasn't changed. There's no real sunshine. But I was looking out the window and I thought, man, that looks like heat waves out there. I'm pretty sure it's like about 1 degree or less. So I'm not sure whether I was looking at it on centigrade or not, but it's definitely still frozen. And yet, yeah. So just interesting physical anomalies. And definitely the plants have had some, I meant to take pictures of them, so let's do that. So this one looks like it got the shit shocked out of it recently, but it's still hanging in there nice and thick. This one, oh no, you can see something was in the middle of the room because it's from this side and over here. These guys, I wish I would have taken a picture right when they started to shrivel because, yeah, the coloration thing was one of those weird times, but you can see it could look like too much sunlight or something, but that's ridiculous because it only happens sometimes. And like we're noticing, there's no sunshine, there's no. And what else? Oh, yeah, and I can tell, although I guess targeting will get specific as personalized medicine comes up. But we got the fish done. And as far as the rest of it's going, most of the plants, all of the plants, I guess, are doing fairly well. This one you can see got struck. That one got struck. So whatever it is, it came in from that area and down through the ceiling. And that's why I had the weird leak for a little bit. That went away, and yeah, that didn't match with what usually goes on. And all of the plants had like 1 or 2 dead. This one's doing pretty well. Those guys are so weird when they grow. This one is another one I wish I would have gotten a picture of when it first died, because it had like this weird dead leaf. But that's left over from that one time when everything went weird. The rest of it's in good shape. This has some growth. You can see it's not totally and completely desiccated and massacred. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it was a very drying event. So theoretically, I've got all this drippage going on, and yet inside my house, what's happening is me and the fish and the plants and everything are so dried out that it's insane. So the fish are all redone. This is left over from the most recent event, but everything, hi fish. And there was a couple of weird dead leaves in there. Hi fish, yes, I'm going to feed you. But on the whole, this one's in kind of good shape. This area has a really hard time because a lot, I believe, it looks like appearances could suggest that a lot of toxins come in this area from that window in particular. And every time that I've tried to seal that window, a lot of the people that I think of as gang members, that who knows, maybe they're military, I don't know what they are. Apparently what they are is their pedigrees, and they made a big deal about being founding families and having come out here and killed Indian people together, and that's why they're bonded, like 4 generations ago. And frankly, I've seen how people are tearing the crap out of Ilhan Omar just for asking questions about the holier than thou people. And frankly, it was Southern Poverty Law Center, which I think is a super Jewish place, that really harassed the crap out of me and sent me kind of into the arms of the Republicans. So I don't know. I don't know really what to say, but I do say that the religious molesting was equally or more damaging than the sexual molesting. And I think of these people that push religion that way as sort of like, they're sort of like spiritual pedophiles, and they try and get people into such a vulnerable position that they can basically twist our arms until we say Jesus in the right tone of voice that they want to have. And until we do that look, like those North Korea people are doing, where you just automatically look away and don't make eye contact. So if people want to do that, I'm fine with it. I mean, apparently, in my own life, to get out of the insanity, I had to go up and down a couple of times before I could handle reality. Probably as social society, we're gonna have to do that too. So there's all the plants. Oh yeah, everything. Let's take a picture of these guys. Pretty good shape. This one actually even has some fresh growth, no death. This is a little bit burned. This one's in good shape. It's got some burn marks, I think, that are left over from the last. But all these are nice and shiny. This, a little bit curling away from the windows. Yeah, that's another thing. Nowhere else that I've ever lived have the plants just like cringed away from the windows. Not all the time, because most of the time they're doing their normal plant things they want to do. They want to go to the light. But with the toxins, you can actually watch them just cringe away from it as it comes in. So this used to be a really super bad area, but I pretty much, I don't want to say that I got it totally fixed, because they'll come wrench it apart. This plant at the moment, High Fish, is doing really super well. And this one too. This one, oh, not so much. I probably should move it away from here. Oh. I don't know what I'm going to do with that plant. But now I'm going to feed my fish, because I'm sure they're freaking out a little bit. It's funny because the pink fish, because I'm in here with it all the time. Well, when I'm in here with it. Then if it thinks it needs food, then he like makes these bubble popping sounds, like pop, 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 and I'll hear this echoey poppy sound, and it's the fish like looking at me like. So he doesn't exactly have that look yet, but I'm sure they want some food.